A massive Russian military convoy has been completely destroyed in a shocking ambush on the road to Pokrovsk. What happened? Who struck first? And why this attack could change the entire dynamic of the war? Let's break everything down. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's story is one of the most dramatic battlefield developments in recent weeks. A massive Russian convoy ambushed and destroyed on the strategic road leading to Pokrovsk. This attack has gained significant attention, not only because of the scale of the destruction, but also because of its timing. As fighting intensifies across eastern Ukraine, every convoy carries weapons, troops, fuel, and ammunition that can shift battlefield momentum. When such a large formation is struck, it raises critical questions. How did the attackers know the route? Was this a result of intelligence sharing, drone surveillance, or a tactical mistake from the Russian side? In this video, we'll break down the ambush, the possible tactics used, the aftermath, and what this means for both sides moving forward. So stay tuned as we analyze the event step by step and uncover the deeper implications behind it. The convoy that was targeted reportedly stretched several kilometers, consisting of armored vehicles, fuel trucks, troop carriers, and supply transports. Such long convoys are generally considered vulnerable, especially on predictable routes like the one leading toward Pokrovsk. According to multiple battlefield observers, the vehicles were moving in a narrow column, making it difficult for them to maneuver once the attack began. Convoys of this size require proper scouting, drone coverage, and layered protection, but early reports suggest that either these measures were insufficient or the attackers exploited a moment of weakness. The road itself passes through partially forested terrain, which can provide ideal cover for anti-armor teams, drone operators, or artillery spotters. The combination of terrain, timing, and perhaps intelligence from surveillance operations created the perfect opportunity for a devastating ambush. Understanding these vulnerabilities is crucial to explaining how such a large force could be struck so effectively. Eyewitness accounts and initial battlefield videos suggest that the ambush began with a precision strike, possibly coordinated drone attacks or long-range artillery hitting the front and rear of the convoy simultaneously. This is a classic tactic designed to trap vehicles in the middle, preventing any escape. Once the convoy was immobilized, secondary strikes targeted fuel trucks, causing massive explosions that quickly spread fire to nearby vehicles. Thick black smoke rising into the air indicated significant damage across multiple transport units. Drone footage, though unverified, appears to show burning vehicles scattered along the roadway and soldiers scrambling for cover. The level of coordination suggests that the attackers had real-time intel and possibly tracked the convoy for hours before launching the assault. These initial moments of the ambush reveal how modern warfare relies heavily on surveillance, rapid strikes, and the ability to overwhelm a target before it can respond. One of the biggest questions arising from this event is how the attackers acquired such accurate timing and positioning data. Several possibilities exist. First, it may have been the result of persistent drone surveillance tracking the convoy from a distance. Drones are increasingly used for everything from reconnaissance to guiding artillery, and they can hover undetected for long periods. Second, the convoy might have been intercepted due to predictable logistics routes, something analysts have criticized in previous operations. Third, satellite intelligence shared by foreign partners could have played a role, as has been seen multiple times throughout the conflict. Another possibility is that local spotters or resistance groups provided coordinates from the ground. Whatever the source, the intelligence clearly gave attackers a significant advantage. The speed and precision of the strike indicate that it wasn't just luck. It was a well-timed operation designed around real-time information. The destruction of such a large convoy has both tactical and psychological consequences. Tactically, the loss of armored vehicles, fuel tankers, ammunition supplies, and troop transports weakens combat capabilities in that specific region. Any offensive or defensive operations planned around these resources may now be delayed or abandoned. Psychologically, attacks of this scale can reduce morale among soldiers who rely on secure supply lines. When troops know that convoys can be wiped out so quickly, they may hesitate before moving into contested areas. For the commanding officers, this event highlights vulnerabilities in planning and risk assessment. Reinforcing security across long routes becomes more urgent, and additional resources may need to be diverted just to protect logistics. Such consequences ripple across the battlefield, affecting not just one convoy, but the broader strategic picture. The psychological impact is often underestimated, but it can be as damaging as the physical loss of equipment. In modern warfare, supply lines act as the backbone of military operations. No army can advance or even hold territory without constant movement of fuel, ammunition, and reinforcements. The road to Pokrovsk is especially important because it connects multiple operational zones where heavy fighting is ongoing. Losing a convoy on this route may force commanders to reconsider how they transport critical supplies in the future. They might shift to smaller, more dispersed convoys or increase drone surveillance for protection. They may also need to allocate additional armored escorts or electronic warfare vehicles to counter drone threats. This single attack has the potential to influence logistical planning across the region, pushing military forces to adapt. In conflicts where long-range precision strikes and drones dominate the battlefield, traditional large convoys become increasingly risky. This ambush serves as a stark reminder that the battlefield evolves, and those who fail to adapt face severe consequences. The attacker's method appears to follow the growing trend of combining drone intelligence with rapid strike weaponry. In recent months, both sides have used loitering munitions, FPV drones, and artillery spotters to carry out similar ambushes. The advantage of this method is that it allows attackers to strike with precision without exposing their own soldiers to return fire. For example, drone operators can map the convoy's movement, identify vulnerable points, and feed coordinates to artillery teams miles away. As soon as the strike begins, more drones can pursue fleeing targets, making escape extremely difficult. This style of warfare has shifted the balance from traditional armored dominance to drone and intelligence superiority. If the convoy was hit using this hybrid approach, it underscores how much modern conflict has changed. Heavy vehicles, once seen as unstoppable, are now vulnerable to inexpensive drones and coordinated attacks that outmaneuver traditional defenses. Following the attack, reports indicate that the road remained blocked for hours as fires burned and ammunition inside destroyed vehicles detonated unpredictably. Clearing such wreckage requires engineering teams and can significantly delay military movements. Photos and videos from the scene, though not all verified, show twisted metal, blackened armored vehicles, and long stretches of charred ground. The aftermath highlights the intensity of the ambush and the level of destruction inflicted. Recovery teams must work cautiously to avoid secondary explosions from fuel or unused ammunition. Additionally, any surviving troops may require evacuation, medical attention, and reorganization. This not only slows operational momentum, but also forces commanders to reconsider upcoming missions. When a supply line becomes compromised, it creates a domino effect. Delays in one direction affect operations across several fronts. The aftermath of this attack is likely to influence logistical decisions for days, if not weeks. The strategic implications of the ambush extend beyond the immediate battlefield. For one side, it demonstrates the effectiveness of coordinated intelligence-driven attacks, reinforcing their confidence in using drones and precision strikes. For the opposing side, it highlights gaps in convoy protection methods and the need for improved counter-drone tactics. Strategically, losing a large supply shipment may disrupt planned offensives, delay reinforcements, or weaken defensive positions around Pokrovsk. Commanders may respond by shifting troops, altering supply routes, or fortifying vulnerable areas. Internationally, such high-profile incidents often attract attention from analysts and policymakers who monitor the conflict's direction. They may use this event as an example of how modern warfare is shifting toward faster, more technology-driven engagements. Whether this ambush becomes a turning point remains to be seen, but its strategic importance is undeniable. It reveals vulnerabilities that cannot be ignored in future operations. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: this ambush on the road to Pokrovsk will be discussed for weeks. The combination of intelligence, precision, and timing created a destructive chain reaction that crippled a key supply operation. For military forces operating in the region, this event will likely trigger a reassessment of how convoys move, how they are protected, and how surveillance is handled. For observers around the world, it offers a glimpse into the evolving nature of warfare, where drones, fast communication, and tactical planning can overpower traditional armored strength. Whether this incident becomes a lesson learned or a repeated vulnerability will depend entirely on how quickly strategies adapt. As always, we'll continue monitoring the situation and bring you further updates as they develop. Make sure you stay tuned, because events like this have long-term consequences that shape the broader conflict in ways not immediately visible. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Your support helps us create more detailed analysis just like this.